Well, here you are. Hey, if you're looking for Wrestling Rampage, don't turn over, you've not got the wrong channel. Here we are at Avon Park Raceway. This is the Bulldog Bash, 1999.
Duke Lynch there!
Huge press slam coming up! Down on!
Oh.
Where's the referee? Look at the size of that guy. 2, 3! It's over! It's over!
Completely disposed of! Mad Mark Myers disposed of! Too far gone with the help of the big blonde Dolph Lundgren look-alike!
The bike is gone. Too far gone. The UWA champions and the owner of that beautiful custom-made bike. Look at this. Look at Smiley.
So now we've brought this bike onto our turf. This is the place. It's hosted by the Hells Angels, the English chapter. So why don't you have a look around while we get this ring up, get back for the action later, a minute or two. We'll see you then.
You want to see some heavy stuff? We're going to be here.
Welcome to the UWA Wrestling Rampage Special Edition.
We're the Tiny Girls and we've been invited by the Hells Angels England to host this special edition at the Bulldog Bash 99.
We're going to see the Death Squad try and reclaim their bike back from Too Far Gone.
But right now, we have done something that no one in the UWA has managed to do.
And that's get an exclusive interview with the anarchist Doug Williams.
So what are you doing here then?
I'm here because I'm a champion of distinction and integrity. And I'm going to defend this title all over the country. And what a better place to do it than right here at the Bulldog Bash, sponsored by the Hells Angels of England. And they're just like me. They've got no rules. They do what the hell they like. So it's a great crowd to perform in front of.
So who are you facing tonight, Doug?
Well, I've had a lot of challenges, but I picked someone who I think will give me an honest and fair fight, and that's the Wonder Kid, Jonny Storm. You know, Jonny Storm, you think you're big, high flyer, you can take the anarchist down, but I'm going to tell you, you're going to get beaten like a dog. And you're going to subscribe to the chaos theory and walk out of this arena limping, no, crawling, begging on your knees, saying, Doug, you are the best.
Thank you very much, Dan. Keep watching, we're going to have loads coming up for you tonight at this year's Bulldog Bash.
Oh, hiya. As you can see, I'm Mark Myers, one half of the Death Squad. As you can see, we're not at a UWA scheduled event. This is Death Squad territory. And we're going to make an example out of Paul Terrell and Steve Morocco here tonight, so tune in. We're going to win his bikes back, and that's all that's to it.
Big up, big man.
And his opponent, making his UWA television debut, he stands as the...
UWA, right? This is the Wonder Kid, Jonny Storm. Style in action. One thing has brought me here to the Bulldog Bash 1999, and it's not all these grease monkey idiots. It's the title shot I'm receiving against the anarchist, Doug Williams. What can I say? Doug Williams, you're gonna go down. I'm the Wonder Kid. I'm the best. I am style in action. So I've got one more thing to say to you, Doug. You better kiss that title goodbye, and all these bikers around here, they can rev as much as they like and boo as much as they like, because at the end of the day, there's only one result, and that's Jonny Storm victorious.
Well, we've got our motors running here on UWA Wrestling Rampage, and Jonny Storm reckons he's going to be revved up for the anarchist. That to come a little later. We've also got that tag team return match between Too Far Gone and the Death Squad. Iron Duke Lynch said he would not fight under the UWA banner. He wanted to take it out onto his own turf, and you couldn't get much more of his own turf than what we're seeing here today. I'm normally used to the comfort of the studio, but I'm out here with these engines roaring, people clad in leather, and young girls wearing next to nothing. I can tell you that my co-commentator, Simon Bridlington, is sweating all over the shop.
Well, what can I say, Steve? What beautiful surroundings we are. I mean, take a look at the bikes, the people, the Hells Angels of Great Britain putting on this show here. And it's absolutely fantastic. The people here very friendly, very welcoming to us, you know, and it's absolutely fantastic. The atmosphere is electric, Steve.
Well, Jonny Storm reckons he's going to be illuminated when he goes up against the Anarchist.
Now I've come to this godforsaken place for God knows what reason, because all these grease monkeys out here, well, rather large grease monkeys, but that's a different story. All they want to see is the one kid do his thing in the ring. So I suggested, what better place than to have a title shot for Jonny Storm, because I am pretty much the new UWA heavyweight champion. So all I can say is, get ready UWA, there's a new champion in town, style in action, do his thing one more time. Good night.
Well, what can I say? The Wonder Kid, Jonny Storm.
I don't fancy yours much.
Well, Steve, what can I say? I think the Anarchist has been very, very crafty. I mean, tell me something. Can you see a UWA official to sanction this match? I mean, there's talk of the title being on the line. I cannot see one UWA official here with us today.
So unless they're out on a scooter at the moment, but he looks quite young to be a UWA official. I think you're right there, Simon. I think the Anarchist has pulled the wall well and truly over Jonny Storm's eyes.
Indeed he has. Indeed he has. But taking nothing away, it's going to be one hell of a matchup between the Wonder Kid Jonny Storm and the Anarchist.
I'm looking forward to it. I tell you, I've got to say, I'm enjoying myself here today. I really am. It's great. I haven't seen such a welcoming bunch since I went to the Stones concert in the late 60s at Baltimore.
Yes, well, the views expressed by Steve Morgan are the views by Steve Morgan and not the UWA.
Well, there's definitely a lot going on. There's track racing, motorbike racing, and representatives of the Hells Angels from all over the world.
Absolutely fantastic. What a day out this is.
Thank you much.
Yeah. Steve, got to ask you this. Your views on the Death Squad Too Far Gone match. Who do you think's going to come out on top?
But Simon, there's no doubt who's going to be favourite amongst this crowd fighting here today, and it's going to be the Death Squad. Look at them. I don't know if that's their friends and family sat there. They all look the same. Long hair, tattoos, leather jackets. You know, have none of these people had a bath before they come out? Why don't they build a motorway through this?
And here comes the Wonder Kid, Jonny Storm. Up and coming man here, he's coming for his so-called UWA title match, which of course it isn't a title match. But there you go, the Anarchist pulling the wool over Johnny's eyes.
Well, we're going to hear from Jonny right now.
You people be needing to sit down and shut up! Now all you grease monkeys here at the Bulldog Bash are going to learn a lesson today, and that is the Wonder Kid Jonny Storm, style in action. He's going to do his thing in the ring tonight, and the new UWA champion!
Well, he certainly won over that crowd. Well done, Jonny, there. Well done, mate. God, you've got your work cut out, I can tell you that, Mr. Storm. But Simon, just to bring you up on something, this could be a title fight. Just because there are no UWA officials, the Anarchist Doug Williams has put it on the line. So maybe he's going to put his money where his mouth is.
Could be. There you go, Jonny getting out of there straight away. Come on, Jonny, get in there. Let's see what you can do If you think this is your title shot, then you get in there and you try and win that title. But me personally, no UWA officials. To me, there's no title shot here. This is just a match. A very good match it's going to be between the Wonder Kid Jonny Storm and the Anarchist Doug Williams.
Is that refereeing? Is it Swampy?
Well, yes, he doesn't look like a typical referee, not from these shores anyway.
Last time I saw him was at a wrestling match in Twyford Down.
Well, he's actually doing his job very well. He's checked both wrestlers' boots, fingernails, he's gone through all the motions there.
Yeah, that's because he's going to nick their boots later on from their tent whilst they're away. You don't know what's going to happen here. I think the Anarchist has got something up his sleeve for Jonny Storm. I think we're in for a very, very interesting encounter here today. Two wrestlers who I admire a lot. Jonny Storm's got a lot of guts. He's got a lot of front, there's no denying that. And the Anarchist, who is the loner of the UWA. We are in for some contest. Make sure you join us after this.
Half a ton of steel and rubber, 5,000 horsepower, a standing quarter mile, and it's all over in 6 seconds. Dragsters, pro stock, top fuel funny cars. We've got the lot in coverage of the European Drag Racing Championships. Get belted into the roll cage and smell the smoking tyres. Championship Drag Racing, Sunday at 8, only on Live TV.
If you're up for some serious action, then take a trip to the wonderful world of Clubland. You can talk live right now with loads of other clubbers who just want to have a good time 24 hours a day. There's no dress code, so pick up the phone and come on in and join us on 09063 644 655. Here it comes again, so listen up. 09063 644 655.
If you're a builder, plumber, carpenter or electrician, I've got 2 words to say to you. Screwfix Direct. Call 08000 68 78 88 for a free Screwfix Direct catalogue. I did, and it saved me time, money and effort. Everything in here is top quality at rock bottom prices, and it's 100% ex-stock. So whatever I order before 5, Screwfix Direct aim to deliver it the very next day. Here's one I ordered yesterday. Call now on free phone 08000 68 78 88. You'll be glad you did.
I'm telling you, they should play what they used to. They should go a 4-4-2 every time.
No, we've got to use wing-backs so that we can get extra support to midfield. Well, United and Arsenal aren't doing too badly. Yeah, but at international level, you lose the ball once, you spend the rest of the time chasing shadows.
Call me old-fashioned, but I still say fast, attacking football in a 4-4-2 formation is what frightens the world's best.
Yeah, well, that might work all right at club level, but obviously not on the big stage.
Call Top Football 365 with me, Andy Gray, on 09062 140 140.
The new phone bar is fast and fun, and it's the easiest way to talk to exciting new people. You can swap messages or connect live for a private chat with anyone in the bar you like the sound of. With up to 210 people on the line right now, you're sure to find someone to interest you. Give it a try now and find out for yourself on 09066 144 166. That's 09066 144 166.
Lid on. You right there?
Feel quite nauseous.
No Tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 on Live TV.
Welcome back, wrestling fans. Here we are, this UWA title shot, so we're led to believe, against the Wonder Kid Jonny Storm and the Anarchist Doug Williams. But Johnny there just seems to be complaining rather than wrestling, Steve.
Well, there you are, Simon, already raising the question of whether or not this is indeed a title shot. The Anarchist Doug Williams has said it's a title shot. Jonny Storm has said it's a title shot. Just because there aren't any UWA officials here does not mean this isn't a title shot.
Well, I'm just going to leave it at that for now then. Let's get back to this hot action. There you could just see there, beautiful counter moves there from Jonny Storm. Beautiful mat wrestling there, and
look at the crowd, they love him. The crowd love Jonny Storm, he's won them over. That's beautiful. It's great to see it, that an audience has that affection for a top athlete. It's wonderful. It's got to improve his game as well.
Beautiful
Straight
drop
down.
kick. Beautiful drop kick there. But the other question that I have to ask is,
where do babies come from?
Look at that beautiful backdrop there, and a huge clothesline over the top rope there, and Jonny Storm out of there, halfway into the crowd there. And
Someone's going to pour beer on him. Oh no, he's going to get a cider bath. Look at the state of them.
Now the question I was going to ask, Steve, is the Anarchist. I mean, this is the only member of Steve Linsky's stable that Steve Linsky doesn't really take an interest in. I mean, he's so wrapped up.
What evidence have you got for that?
Well, he's so wrapped up in Drew McDonald, Mad Dog McPhee, but then the Anarchist goes and gives Jonny Storm a title shot.
Oh, Jonny defeated Big Papa T a few weeks ago. He deserves one. He's been thoroughly vindicated as a challenger.
And Jonny is actually showing signs that he is a worthy challenger for the UWA title. Even though, you know, his match, he did win Big Papa T, and that is what's going to go down in the record books. I mean, I saw it.
But why are you quibbling with it then?
Well, we all knew what happened there.
Oh my God!
2. No. Oh!
Just a 2 count for the Anarchist. Yeah, what's your beef, baby? What's your beef with that?
Well, I have no beef. I'm just, look at this action. Anarchist taking Jonny Storm down to the mat.
You were quibbling with Jonny Storm's victory over Big Papa T.
All I'm going to say is that we know that Frank had something to do with that, and that's all I'm going to say.
Well, the mysterious Frank. I wonder if he's here today.
And look at this beautiful technical mat abilities by Jonny Storm there. Rolls out there, gets the Anarchist into a headlock, but the Anarchist reverses again, and a huge clothesline. Takes Jonny Storm down to the mat, and the Anarchist just kicking Jonny while he's down.
Oh, the Anarchist will be weeping buckets over that one.
Yes, it's interesting to see that the Anarchist chose Jonny Storm, of all people. Huge clothesline off the top rope there. It's interesting to see, and a cover. 1, 2, no, and a kick out. Whoa. Thought we was going to have a close one there.
Now what's that ref doing? Now what does he think he's doing?
Dear me, the referee pushing Jonny Storm out there. And Jonny Storm just goes out of there. And Jonny getting back his composure. Oh, but Anarchist is going to bring him in his own way. Huge suplex, and over it goes. Yes. Oh, 2, 3. Oh! That was 2 and 3
Jonny
quarters.
Storm, I have to say, it's got everyone against him. He's got the mob here outside the ring who aren't supporting him, and the referee.
2. Oh, no, Jonny, there you go, you see. Jonny knew he was in trouble and he's grabbing onto the referee's leg. He's begging, please. Oh, kick to the midsection and another, but Doug retaliates, whips him into the ropes, and beautiful move. Absolutely fantastic move there. Beautiful from Jonny Storm, and it just goes to show it doesn't matter how big you are, you know. Look at it, and I think we're going to see something big here. Huge!
Oh, yes!
Shooting star press onto the outside, and Jonny still continues to pummel the Anarchist, Doug Williams.
And now the ref's out now, and just look at the cast of the Deliverance looking on. They love it.
Referee issuing a count. Whoa! What a move! Whoa! Frankensteiner there. Beautiful move. Beautiful move. But of course, Jonny, let's see that move again, please. Beautiful move. Into the Frankensteiner, takes Doug down. Jonny there celebrating, but I don't think this crowd is actually behind Jonny Storm. Oh! Punch to the midsection. Jonny with elbows to the top of the head. This match is going back and forth. Huge press slam. Oh!
Jonny! A think his voice is going to be a few octaves higher after that one, Simon.
Oh, dear me. My eyes are watering just watching this. And again...
And that's because you've got a dripping sandwich in front of you. You want to stop talking so you can eat it. But Jonny now has gone outside the ring again. And just look at the area outside this ring. It's covered in empty cider cans, beer cans. I mean, it's worse than actually being tossed out of a normal ring onto a hard mat.
Yeah, there's no mats outside here. Dear me. I mean, look, there's no guardrails or anything. I mean, are these wrestlers safe?
This is wrestling in the Raw, there's no doubt about that.
Well, Steve, the question on my mind is this.
Where do babies come from?
No, not at all, Steve. My question is this. As you know, the Anarchist is signed to fight 100% British beef Danny Royal in just over 2 weeks' time at Barking. Why has he gone into a match with a high flyer? Because all the power moves that you've seen him do, lifting Jonny Storm, slamming him, he's not going to be able to do this as effectively on Danny Royal. Why, you know, this is not a match I would have signed.
Now look at this now! This is what it looks like. The Duck, the Anarchist, just wants to give him a kick in. He's not interested in wrestling here. He just wants to dish out some brutality.
And
Jonny Storm begging, no! No, don't throw me into that smelly mob again, he's saying. I'll fight you, I'll happily fight you in the ring, but don't throw me out into the cast of the Deliverance.
Yeah, but as you can see there, Jonny, with a few tricks up his sleeve there, pulls the Anarchist, using that leverage of his tights into that corner, and here we go, John's going to the top. Beautiful move, absolutely fantastic. 2, and no, the 2 count there. I honestly would not have signed a fight against Jonny Storm knowing that my next title fight is going to be against Danny Royal. That's if the Anarchist retains this title, because Jonny is showing so much charisma, high-flying ability there. We may have a new champion. And huge frog splash!
I think you could be right,
2,
Simon!
Oh! Kick out at 2 there. I mean, nobody really knows what's going on in the Anarchist's mind. He's a law unto himself, you know, the chaos theory that he goes on about. He doesn't look, and look at this, look at this.
He's having some chaos theory now.
Oh, bang! 1,
this
2,
could be it.
3, it's all over. It's all over. The Anarchist retains the title, if indeed the title was on the line, and if it was, he's well and truly retained it.
Well, we never saw any belt produced. I think if he had to actually swap his belt over, I think it would have had to have been made out of empty beer cans, kindly donated by the good
And look at this, look at this, look at this! Slapping Jonny round the face there. This is one man you don't mess with, and that's the Anarchist, Doug Williams.
I think he just wanted to teach him a wrestling lesson. It was a wrestling masterclass which he wanted to prove to anyone watching, anyone out there watching. He wanted to prove that he could fight anywhere, anytime, anyhow. Doug Williams with that chaos theory, absolutely stunning. But right now, the reason why we're all here, the defense of Iron Duke's motorbike by Too Far Gone in that contest with the Death Squad, and we're going to hear from them right now.
Death Squad, you wanted this match. We're here. We're not ones to back down from a challenge. We're doing this in front of your home crowd.
Death Squad, Bulldog Bash. It's time to put up or shut up.
This heap of rubbish that you call your motorbike, we're putting that on the line tonight. But this one's not about beating you, Death Squad. This one is about hurting you.
Wow, this time it is personal. It is gonna get ugly. Make sure you're there after this.
Tonight on Love Street.
And this is your room.
Are you sure you want to go through with this?
Just relax and make yourselves at home. So whose decision was it, really? We've chosen to enlarge our love for each other by sharing each other. Why'd you pick us?
We haven't actually ever been with other people.
I thought you didn't like to lose.
What if I wanted to? We're very excited about it.
Love Street, tonight at 10.
Boys Stories, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday at 9:30 on Live TV.
If you're single, or even if you're not, you'll always be welcome at the Singles Bar. People call in every day looking to chat, get a date, or perhaps something more. You'll find the Singles Bar on 09069 12 13 14. And we have thousands of callers every day looking for fun. So why don't you join them on 09069 12 13 14. Call us now.
Tell me the first thing that comes into your head.
Chocolate.
Bacardi Breezer. There's Latin spirit in every one.
I'm telling you, they should play what they used to. They should go a 4-4-2 every time.
No, we've got to use wing-backs so that we can get extra support to midfield. Well, United and Arsenal aren't doing too badly. Yeah, but at international level, you lose the ball once, you spend the rest of the time chasing shadows.
Call me old-fashioned, but I still say fast, attacking football in a 4-4-2 formation is what frightens the world's best.
Yeah, well, that might work all right at club level, but obviously not on the big stage.
Call Top Football 365 with me, Andy Gray, on 09062 140 140.
Suffering from debt problems? Under pressure from your creditors at home and at work? Are your debts out of control? Nothing left at the end of the month? Nobody to turn to? If you owe more than £5,000, we could help. So don't leave it too late. Get back in control. Call Eurodebt now on free phone 0800 328 7113.
I could take her out for a beer.
Wonder if he can cook.
Football? No.
Hope he likes a drink.
I could take her out in the car.
He could take me shopping. Hope he's got a car.
I wonder what she looks like.
Now that would be nice.
Call Word Up. 09066 14 14 14.
It could be the answer to all your questions.
Next week on Judge Judy.
You got arrested for stealing your own car.
Yeah, I socked the guy that hit my mom.
Tell me when this happened.
Friday the 13th, 1996.
A big guy like you doesn't like the heat when you get out of the kitchen. You know when a loan becomes a gift? When the relationship is over. Did you ever hear that?
All rise for Judge Judy next week.
UWA Wrestling Rampage is coming to the Broadway Theatre Barking on Friday, September the 3rd, and you can be there live. The UWA Heavyweight Championship will be on the line when British Beef Danny Royal gets his long-awaited title shot against champion the anarchist Doug Williams. And after his sensational betrayal at the hands of his former protege, it's payback time when Phil Powers takes on Paul Sloan, master against student.
Vengeance will be mine! Let me tell you a little story. It seems like Phil Powers used to be the UWA television champion. Well, the last couple of days I've been laying back injured. I even had a day when I was in hospital, and I was laying back in hospital talking to these two old fogies. And you want to know what I was talking to them about? I was talking to them about how Phil Powers has just become a loser. How has Phil Powers just become a loser? Paul Sloan, you've just completely and utterly screwed me out of the UWA television title. Steve Knight, well, you know what you've done to me, my friend. And Kerry Cabrero, well, let me tell you something about Kerry Cabrero. You've got a big receipt coming your way, courtesy of yours truly. But let me get back to that point, okay? There I was, sitting back in my little hospital bed. I was telling these two old fogies about when I was at school, how I was the school dork, how I was nothing but a loser at school, how I used to be a national swimmer, but how Phil Powers always used to come second. You see, old Phil Powers here always used to come second. He never used to win. It was always somebody else that used to win. Take my brother, for instance. Oh yeah, my brother, he was the best at everything he did, but old Phil Powers here, he always used to come second. So there I was laying back, and all of a sudden I had a visitor coming into the room, and somebody, an old friend of mine, said to me, Phil, look at the bigger picture. And I thought to myself, look at the bigger picture. How could I look at the bigger picture?